Hello everybody, and you're very welcome to the 10th episode of the Chesterfield of Dreams. It's always good to get into double figures, and this is pretty much a summary episode after a lot of live comms, a lot of 10-minute plus videos, and of course yesterday's Fusieni Seaside special. If you haven't seen it already, make sure you find it in my uploads or even on my channel homepage. You should see it there. But anyway, it's time to talk about FM15 once more, and how the last 10 games have gone after I spoke about the first 10 games. So one thing we will say is I'm not on the bottom of the table anymore. We've managed to win 4 games and draw twice, but we're still one of the easiest teams to beat in the league. If you look at the MK Dons and Preston, their rivals from the League 1 last season, they've only lost 11 games out of 20, whereas we've lost 14, and we've actually got 14 punts, curiously enough. But look at Blackpool, it could be worse with their 4 draws and 16 defeats, conceding 60. So we have a reasonable belief in ourselves, but there's a lot of work to be done. Our home record is among the worst with just the 2 wins, and the away record, it's not great either. So let's just find out what games we have won and where we can improve. So we won 2 in a row thanks to this outstanding performance away to Wigan. They had absolutely no answer for us, even though we were at the DW or whatever it's called these days. Like, absolutely no chance for them. Mark Cannon, Ariebly and Gary Roberts all scored. Paul McShane ironically getting a goal there. We were very unfortunate against Fulham. They got off to a poor start as we got the lead. They took the lead with 2 Chris Eagles goals. Sean Hutchinson against his former club managed to equalise, but Kaka Nikolic eventually scored the winner in a thrilling first half, but everybody was out of ideas in the second half. A huge disappointment losing to the MK Dons. All our good work was undone here. Dele Ali and Giorgio Rasulo scored the all-important goals. Gary Roberts missed a penalty. I'll have to double check. 16 minutes, yes, that would have made a huge difference as they went up the other end and scored. But I think it's Ian Holloway in charge of them these days, and he really could have got a result. Unfortunately, my game, when I was looking at the backroom advice after a 3-1 win in this fixture, I had to replay it, and it was only a 2-2 draw with a 93rd minute winner for Jeremy Halland, or a 93rd minute draw equaliser, I should say, excuse me. So we nearly won that game again, but it wasn't to be, and then we lost that result, so I was very upset. But you just have to be careful with those crash dumps. It was my first of the season in the new game, and it was just because I checked the backroom advice after the game. I didn't save, but I only lost 1 game as I save regularly. Our first clean sheet of the season wasn't punished by us. We should have gotten a goal, I think, in this game, but Wolves held us to a 0-0 draw, and I would like to have more clean sheets in future, but Tommy Lee can only do so much for the club, and I think we can give him a free pass on that. But we responded well. I apologise to Brentford fans, as the crest in the logo pack was actually Stevenage's, and I didn't realise it until yesterday, so I just fixed it up, and it ended up being a win as Charlie Raglan, of all people, scored a free kick in the absence of Gary Roberts. He's got 10 free kicks, and then for some reason he was taking the free kick and he put it right in the top corner, so well done to him. And Jordi Huwula making his big comeback. He punished the defence with his pace, getting in behind, intercepting the ball and slotting into the back of the net. So well done, Jordi, making his name. He's even declared for the Democratic Republic of the Congo, as he's now playing for their under-21s. Unfortunately, we didn't make a habit of winning until the next game, as we were beaten by Huddersfield. 2 goals in quick succession for James Vaughan and Paul Dixon, but we gave him a real fight, and Tendai Darikwa got 1 goal back, but we injured James Vaughan in the 90th minute. I'm very upset about injuring other people's players, but we were tackling hard, as I take advice at the beginning of each game from the staff, just to get it done a bit quicker. A big result against Middlesbrough. We really took our chances in this game. They just couldn't break us down, and the man of the match performance from Jimmy Ryan. proved to be the difference as Calvé, Arribly and Jimmy Ryan all scored. Our strikers kind of running out of ideas at the stage, but thank goodness we denied them the valuable point. They had a 90th minute goal ruled out for offside, and that gave us the win. But we came unstuck against Nottingham Forest and Norwich in our most recent games. We couldn't get the result we needed, even though we scored twice. They took the lead thanks to Billy Sharp. Sean Hutchinson had just been sent off, which makes it even worse. 56 minutes gone, and he was hobbling on an injury as well, so I really didn't know what I was thinking keeping him on. But I don't like making substitutions unnecessarily early, and we needed our good defender on the field if at all possible, and unfortunately that decision backfired. Tendai Darikwe got a goal to equalise. Dexter Blackstock made it 2-1. Sam Morsey made it 2-2, but then again Nottingham Forest got forward and scored, so I was devastated with that. But Norwich, we were outclassed, I will admit, but we weren't overawed in the second half, and we got 2 goals from unlikely sources. Shane Griffin and Maurice Deville. Like, I know Deville should be scoring, but he doesn't quite have the know-how. I don't know if he's learned the language or not. Yeah, he speaks English, yeah, so excuse me. Yeah, so Deville getting a rare goal, and he's complaining about first team football and not being available to him, and we'll have to try and make him happy. But that's a summary of the league form. We'll live-com the Blackpool game or the FA Cup third round. The choice is yours, but I would like to see us get a result over Blackpool for a live-com. That would be nice, but it'd be typical FM if we were the first victims of Blackpool all season long. But I'm looking forward to the winter. I know the winter break sucks and all that, but or the lack of winter break sucks, but it's just something we have to get on with. And we played Bolton twice. That's a bit annoying. But we'll live-com either the Blackpool game or the FA Cup third round. I'd rather live-com the Blackpool game, but I'm really not fussed. Let's talk about our injury problems. We're starting to get injury problems. As Hutchinson, we mentioned him already. Raphael Calvé injured in training, sports hernia, 5 to 6 weeks in the same week as Hutchinson was declared unfit. Gary Roberts the week before, he was out for 7 weeks to 2 months. Sam Klukas and Ollie Banks are only coming back from injury. So it's just been a frustrating time, but it could be worse. I've seen much worse injury crises than what I'm having at the minute, but it's just the timing was very, very bad. And having Charlie Ragland, Shane Griffin in centre defence isn't great. Ian Evatt isn't playing often. He is getting old now, but he's our club captain and he can provide where necessary. But let's talk about some positives if we look at the squad selection info. So the average rating award goes to Urko Markkanen, actually, 7.19 in the league, as he was the recipient of the Player of the Month award not too long ago. You can see he got the Championship award for October, so I'm very proud of him there. Jimmy Ryan, he's had a similar amount of game time and he's really, really been good. You can ask just about anything out of him and he'll do it. So I'm very, very pleased with Jimmy. He's gotten 2 goals this season, which isn't something to be upset about. But you can see next to Jordi Hewley, he hasn't played many games. Sean Hutchinson and Calvé have been a reasonable defensive partnership, but they're both gone now. Jack Price, he's starting to get some starts now. He's been okay. Guy Roberts was getting good just as he got injured, and then the rest are kind of affected by early season blues. Jay O'Shea, DeVille, O'Neill not having great ratings, but what can you do? I hope in the second half of the season we can get more people playing. Look at the goal rankings. Markkanen first, Gary Roberts, I think he usually scores penalties. Reebley on 3 as well as Doyle. Ryan, Huula, Hutchinson, Morsey and Darikwa have 2, and Calvé, Raglan, Griffin, DeVille and all have 1. So that's okay. One thing I'm going to mention as well is I got my Continental A license, so I haven't been checking my stats, but they're up. I don't know if it's an organic rise in stats or if you just get them because you qualify for your licenses, but I've now improved as an attacking coach, which is great, but I would love to be able to choose how my stats kind of rise for, once or twice, but there you have it. I'm now good at the attacking coaching and the technique, which is what I wanted. My player knowledge is up, my man management is up, but I'm not too great on the level of discipline or the motivating. I could improve that. What else can I mention? That's a good point actually. The finances are not great. We are losing a bit of money in the last few months, but that's to be expected. Attendances are a bit inconsistent, but I can't really complain. You can understand if your team is constantly losing. You're going to get a few fans turned away, I should say. By capacity, 87.67, but obviously we're one of the least well-backed teams in the league. But Blackpool getting 15,941, even though they're getting absolutely leathered every single week. I'm impressed. So we would love to catch up sometime. I've been tweeting a few tidbits here and there, but I really keep the main information to the videos. I haven't been doing any transfers actually, but you know, that's just the way it is sometimes. Sam Hurd is doing very well on loan. I might have to consider bringing him back sometime. My training, this is kind of what I've been doing, mostly spending time defensive, coaching with a bit of ball control and attacking there. We're very good in our tactics, so we don't need to train that up, and fitness is here and there. But what else can I say? Oh yes, the under 18s. They're starting to get a few games in now. Adam Reddington is attracting interest from Derby County, which is very curious, but hopefully they stay away. We could use him more than they need him. And Tipple is also a handy player to look at. But apart from that, that's that bit of the episode over with. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else to mention. If I do miss something, I can just record Blackpool or the FA Cup game, whichever suits you the most. But for now, I'll speak to you again very soon, and goodbye everybody.